What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another realistic rebuild on Madden 21 franchise, and today we have the New Orleans Saints. Of course, I think I'll have this up today, Sunday, before the Bears-Saints game. However, I may not get this done in time, so this could be a Monday upload, or I might even wait for next week, assuming the Saints win. Be very awkward if they don't and I don't get this up, but regardless, that's the gist. Either it's really recent or it's a week late. Don't yell at me. Of course, I believe Michael Thomas is expected to play. I don't know about Kamara or Kamara. I don't know if he's going to play. I don't think Ruiz can. I think Ruiz is injured. I almost said dead, but that would not be the case. But that's what the team looks like regardless. The defense of side of things, of course, Quan Alexander is injured, unfortunately, for them. I wouldn't say unfortunately in general, because at the end of the day, as a Packers fan, I'm rooting for the Saints to lose. I'm sorry. Okay, that's just the way it is. And you're probably thinking to yourself, does this team really need a rebuild? It kind of does. You take away, you ignore the offensive line position, you ignore wide receiver 1, you ignore running back 1. What positions are you really set with? You can make an argument with Davenport. Cameron Jordan won't last forever, specifically in Madden. Lattimore, I suppose. In real life, he's kind of iffy. He's on and off again. Safeties can't have, this consistent play hasn't really been there. And then linebacker, Demario Davis is solid, but especially in Madden, definitely a guy that will regress. So if we're looking at this in a realistic fashion, 1 DT, maybe a DN, 2 corners, maybe 2 linebackers, maybe even 3 if Bond's not good. Actually, no, you have Quan. So 2 linebackers, offensive line, you are set if you can afford everyone. A tight end, a wide receiver, maybe 2, and a quarterback. That is a lot for a team that, going into this Madden was probably easily the best roster, at least year 1, that you could get. And now with Drew Brees dropping in dev, dropping in overall, he's almost a guarantee to be let go. 41 years old, going to go to 42. Going to probably be like an 80 overall. May even just straight up retire. Obviously, you need quarterback. What was that throw power? Was that 81? Oh, Lord. It is kind of fair, though, because his throw power has severely dropped off. Let us get right into it, though. Going against the Bears, why did I sim it? That's the question we have for ourselves. However, they do lose. At the end of the day, a loss is a loss. Unless I decide it's not, and then I decide to go in there and resim. But let's take a look at the numbers. So this could happen, even though Nick Foles isn't the quarterback. The Saints aren't impenetrable. Their defense is really good, and I don't think EA really recognizes that or represents that too well, so it's, a little bit different. But the Bears' defense is solid. If they can put up some points early, get, Drew Brees flustered early, they could have a good chance of controlling the game. And the Bears offense at times has shown that they can get things going. I don't think they will against the Saints. I don't have much hope for the Bears. If, you're a Bears fan and you're hoping for something, I wouldn't probably, but you never know. Like I said, with this playoff season, I really think it is almost anyone's game. Washington put up a show against Tampa. The Rams beat the Seahawks, which isn't, a super surprise by any means. It really is anyone's game at this point in time. But, of course, in this sim, it is not the Saints game. Who is going to the Super Bowl? Washington. I probably should have forced the losses, by the way. It is what it is. Actually, you know what? I'm going to force the Chiefs to win here. Because there's just zero... Well, we know there's 0 chance for the Washington football team to win. While the Chiefs, it does make sense that they would win. So we're going to give the Chiefs the Super Bowl win back-to-back years from Mahomes, and that's pretty much that. To the re-signing period, who is actually here? Who actually is here? We're down to an 83 overall already. Drew Brees just straight up retired, as we expected him to. Emmanuel Sanders has dropped in overall. Jared Cook has dropped in overall. O-line, we're set, like we mentioned before. Defensively, Demario Davis can play another season, but I don't know if you want to pay him. Maybe we tag him. Defensively, in general, Jenkins goes to superstar, but I'd rather start CJ here. Mr. Gardner Johnson. What do they? Does he have a nickname like CGJ? CJGJ. I don't, I would just call him CJ. Chauncey Johnson. or his first name, CJ. Janoris Jenkins goes to star, I believe. Not that it really matters here. Trey Hendrickson also goes to star. We might be able to get some trade value for him if he needs a contract, which hopefully he doesn't need one right here, but he might. And he does. Marcus. This team is pretty broke. So that's why Marcus goes to free agency all the time. Sheldon as well. Okay, remember when you were like in the beginning, the Saints don't really need a rebuild, do they? Here you go, buddy. I need all the prayers I can get. And if you're not a religious person, you don't want to pray for me, you don't even want me to succeed here, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe, you know? It'll make me feel good at least. Holy crap, I'm sorry for yelling, but Taysom Hill. Why are they paying him so much? Could you not? What is wrong with the Saints? These contracts are all over the place. I don't like any of them. I hate them all. Can we get rid of anyone? Yo. Please. We can get rid of Emmanuel Sanders, which would put us at, like, even. We can get rid of Brown, but we kind of need Brown. How much? Okay, this is... Okay, so we're in what we like to call in the professional business a situation. Yeah, that's not good. This had to be like a 1-year trade for Quan because I don't see how the Saints can afford him. Quan Alexander and Emmanuel Sanders for pick 100 from the Texans. I didn't really like the value there, but 13.5 mil, no penalty to get rid of. Yeah, you just have to. You really just have to. We do have a little bit of money now to work with to at least re-sign our own players in the future and maybe sign someone cheap to fill some of the positions we lost. Ooh, Chris Godwin. Could you imagine? Yeah, someone cheap. Chris Godwin. Cornerback's a big need. Shaquille Griffin. We're gonna have to look at our team and see where we can spend money because as much as all these players look enticing, at the end of the day, if we're not going to be able to afford them long-term, there's really no point because I think this team is in such a spot where we may have to just rock with what we have and hope for the best. Maybe we can find a cheaper safety than Williams. All right, we offered a lot of players, but we only get 2 safeties. Both are, pretty low-end safeties as well, just to replace Marcus Williams, who I don't think we're going to be able to get back. Ooh, we got a name that we don't normally bring up often. It's Earl Thomas. Not a bad little name. 82 overall, starting free safety. Vernon Hargraves as a backup. Seems like a real Saints signing. And then Wharton. All right. 5th-year options. Marcus Davenport. I'm going to say no because I think we'll have an early idea if we want to re-sign him or not. So keeping him for an extra year isn't going to mean a whole lot if we don't like him at all. So it's kind of a 50-50, but yeah, I think that's the right choice. As far as other signings, we did get Gary and Connolly, which is actually huge. Might play number 2. We have Guyton as a backup wide receiver, Witherspoon and McKenzie. So yeah, cornerback, probably not a position we have to really worry about. We'll look at it maybe in the 2nd or 3rd round, even though we don't have a 3rd round pick, I don't think. But yeah, I would say something like a tight end would be a bigger need. But quarterback, obviously, the number 1 need. The problem is, I think most of the good quarterbacks, if not all of them, are going to be gone before our pick in the 1st round. But speaking of the draft, we are now here. The first pick goes to the Jaguars. And with that pick, they are going to take Trevor Lawrence. Of course, this should be Justin Fields, and it is. This very well could be a quarterback, but Atlanta. Why is Atlanta at number 3? Did Atlanta actually get number 3? I thought Miami had 3. I think it's supposed to be Miami. Leave it to EA. They end up with, okay, Gregory probably wasn't a guy that the Dolphins are going to take. Probably, right? Probably going to be an offensive lineman from the Dolphins, so it works out anyway. Sewell at 3 would have probably been the actual move. Now at number 5, we have Parsons. Okay, so we're going to keep going, see if we have any quarterbacks. Could see another one right here. They do not take one. Could see another one right here. They do not take one. Maybe we actually have a shot. Zach Wilson to the Patriots. All right, so now here's the thing. The Steelers take Trask, which fair enough. The thing is, unless the Saints are going to trade up, there's a very small chance they get any of the first-round projected guys, which you can maybe make the argument Trask isn't a first-round guy, but I've seen a lot of mock drafts. I've seen, the draft placement. There's a very good chance that all of the first-round talent, there could be 5 to 6 quarterbacks gone in the first 18 picks of the draft. So unless the Saints trade up, they're probably not going to get their guy there, and maybe we should have traded up, but we did not. So let's take a look at what the top tier of our board looks like. Wait, Kyle Pitts. Why is Kyle Pitts there? I didn't even scout him because I expected him to be long gone. I think we might be taking a first-round tight end here, which is absolutely nutcase wild Magoo stuff, but I mean, there's really not a better pick than that, right? I mean, I suppose you do have Brevin Jordan, though. Best available. Let's take a look if there's anyone else. Quitty Pay, I think, is going to be a higher pick as well. Ty Women, we've done that a lot, though. Yeah, I guess best available pick is Mr. Kyle Pitts. We're going to take him. 76 overall, hidden development, super fast, super talented. The catching is 61. That's probably glitched, right? I'd imagine that's glitched. Probably, right? I think. Now, even though we haven't scouted them, we do know their combine grades. We do also know, for the most part, that they're decent. I think last time, we're just going to pretend like we know. We just didn't get enough points because obviously the scouting board is super thin because of how late we started this, because obviously we started at the wildcard round, but we're going to use that past knowledge only to make it fair. So I think we're going to move down. We could go for LeCount here, who's actually pretty good, but I think we're going to move down and look to take a lot in the 3rd to 4th round range. So we get 71 and 103 for pick 24, and the Lions take LeCount. That is a very good trade-up. Ooh, Ventrell Miller. I completely forgot about him, but obviously we still probably have at least one of the linebackers. Ooh, Baron Browning's the only one left, and I think as a process of elimination, we will be taking him. Probably should be taking the quarterback first. Hidden development. Okay, he was hidden development in our... Okay, he was hidden development in our league, but he was not that fast. So I kind of went by that, and, you know, that's about that. My previous scouting knowledge comes into play. Jamie Newman. I mean, I seen this guy's name show up in one of our other... was he a 5th or a 4th rounder? In one of our other rebuilds. He's the best available by far. Not that that's saying much. I think we trade up to 15 and grab him. Trey Lanska, obviously, he would have been in the first round way, way before then. Kenny Pickett just went. Brevin Jordan, the Vikings. What a steal. A couple of teams that actually could be looking for quarterbacks, so I think this is the perfect team to trade with. The Arizona Cardinals. Do they have anything that we can give them instead of having to get rid of stuff we want to keep? We trade them 100 and 157 for pick 80. Of course, that 5th round was a next year pick. All right, I seen this quarterback on the top tier list. Where the hell is he? On one of our rebuilds, he was like an MVP or something. So, hoping for the best. Be at least a high 60. Like 67, 68, we'll start him. And he was not. Okay, he was not a 67, 68, but he is hidden development traits. He looks solid. He looks solid. His awareness sucks, but he looks very good. Let's go to our next pick, even though we had a cornerback. We'll let him go. Ooh, KJ Britt I was debating on going for. What do we have here? Falale. We've done that move way too many times. We have Trey Dean. We have Bofa D's Nuts. It's not Bofa at all. It's literally Boy Mafe or Mafi. Tamorian Terry could be a decent pick, actually. If Terry's there at 7, we'll take him. Brady Whitehour, we would have lost our guy for sure. Terry is there. I know some of the other guys are there, but I don't think they'd be... Do we take this guy instead? I think we took him once before, and he never started for us. I don't think he would start here either, but Terry may. So let's look at the wide receiver, see if there's any options. Justin Ross, maybe, but meh. Atwell, we never got to scout. Oh, he's fast. Nah, Terry makes more sense. We're going to go Tamorian Terry, 70 overall, normal. Very good chance to succeed. He reminds me of a different Saints wide receiver that was already here before. 6'3", 6'4", fast. I can't remember. Trey Dean is still there. At this point, it's best available pick. That is who we're going to take. Hoping for the best. 68 overall, normal. Once again, I think we have taken it before. I just can't remember too well. That guy could be primed to start over Earl or in place of Earl the next season. Of course, you can see Daniel Falale still there. We know he's superstar or star, but yeah, we're not going to cheese it, especially in a rebuild where we don't even need a lineman that much, if at all. Speaking of cheesing it, Josh Ross, the fast man. Wait, he's star? Okay, I did not know he was star. When I said cheesing, I was just like, I'm just going to take a fast guy. and maybe he'll start. I did not remember him being hidden. I think actually now it's coming to me. I think he was actually. I mean, obviously he was. But yeah, I think... Yeah, we kind of cheesed it. I didn't mean it that way. I was just like, we're going to go for the speed cheese, but sure, man. Landon Young. Hey, that's what Jeff and nothing. Late 6th corner. Screw it. Robert Rochelle, 67 overall normal, 6'2". This is a top-tier, top-notch user class pick that you would see quite often. And I suppose we'll take a fullback, Ramondre Stevenson. 70 overall normal. Going to be our starting fullback. Hell, he's our only fullback. Should we actually trade up with the Rams, get a punter? Rams don't need a damn punter, so no 5th, 6th, or 7th round picks next year. Nice. Train up for a punter. Smart. And we're going to go for the highest combine grade, Mr. Drew Chrisman. 70 overall hidden. Okay, I do remember this guy now. I think. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't remember Pitts being hidden. I think I've seen multiple times he's been a normal dev. He's always been kind of high, though. As far as dev goes, he does have Superstar. Okay, I actually do remember that. Still, I probably think we could have waited for Brevin Jordan, would have ended up with a deeper class in general. Baron Browning, star development. Newman, hidden development. I mean, this has got to be star, right? Number 9, obviously. The Saints would not allow number 9. Are they crazy? We got Ross, who's probably a star, and then I don't really care about the punter because he's not going to start yet, but whether he's superstar or star doesn't matter. And star. All right, so this is what the roster looks like for the first actual season, and boy, did it drop even further in overall. Of course, Newman hopefully looks to be the starter of the future. Running backs are fine. Wide receiver number 1 is fine, assuming he stays healthy, and then number 2 and 3, debatable ones. Pitts, the new tight end in town, should be a super base soon. O-line's very solid. Look at the defensive side of things. We have ourselves Bond at the left outside linebacker starting spot. Demario Davis, the starter for now. Ross could take over next season, and then Browning at the other one. Earl Thomas, the starting free safety. Gardner Johnson at strong. Looking at Lattimore at number 1. Conley at 2. Janoris at 3. And then D-line does also take a little bit of a hit. We lose our DT2. We also lose our DT3, actually, in Malcolm Brown. And then right end number 1, Trey Hendrickson, is gone now. But we should be on par for a better salary cap look. And in turn, we also have some rookies, some youngsters that can definitely, get to a decent overall in a hopefully quick period of time. All right, we got some re-signings, most of them being offensive linemen. The fact that Terran Armstead is asking for more money, yet he's 3 years older than Ryan Ramczyk, is quite interesting. We're going to be giving Ryan Ramczyk a 7-year deal worth $105 million. Terran Armstead could go to free agency. We'll see. Marshawn Lattimore, cornerbacks are not that easy to get, especially one that's, above average, so we'll re-sign him. Davenport, we might be letting Davenport go. I really don't like the seasons he's had. Triquan Smith has had a pretty average season, so we might let him go. Taysom, I just don't think it's going to work out anymore. Terran Armstead, 3 years, 60. I mean, linemen are important. It's not easy to get one that's good as him, so let's get him a 4-year, 82. And look to replace a lot of players. All right, here we are having a kind of an up and down season. We lose the last game, but it's still good enough to make the playoffs and take the division. Of course, lost the final game. The Panthers at 9-7 are a little bit of a shocker, but they did get it done. Wow, they had a really good season, and they lost. Oh, they clutched it right on the table, and then they lost at the end. Jamie Newman, 4,300 yards, 42 touchdowns, 8 picks. Really good stuff. Kamara was solid receiving. Tamorian Terry as a third option, technically was the second option here. Really good stuff. He had the 4th most catches, yet he had the 2nd highest yards and the number 1 touchdowns. Could go to star. Would not surprise me, which is really nice to see. Looking at the sack totals, this is why I don't really care to keep Davenport. 3 sacks. Hell, Cameron Jordan at 5.5. Onyemata at 10.5. I don't understand that at all. Could see a couple of dev-ups for linebacker. Speaking of dev-ups, Gary and Connolly had a breakout. Didn't get it. Could still go to star with those pick numbers. Kicking Will Lutz was a little iffy. Kick returns. How was it spread between him? Deontay should have been the number 1 and only guy. As far as MVP goes, Newman almost had MVP, and he will hold the NFC awards for pretty much anything that he can. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Quarterback of the Year, of course. Kamara number 2 for running back. Hopkins. Thomas at number 5. Terry at 10. Maybe those could have been switched. 5 and 8 for linemen. Defensive line, Onyemata at 9. Linebackers, no. DB at 3. I thought maybe we would have had another one there, but no. 3. A rookie kicker wins Kicker of the Year for the NFC side. Quinn Nordin. Nice. And that was pretty much it. But we did make the wild card, and even more shockingly, is the Eagles made the wild card. 82 for them. We are now back up to an 86, of course. Probably a little bit of a morale boost there. Maybe like an 84, 85 if we're lucky. But not a bad season, especially with Newman, of all the players, doing outstandingly well. That's the one you want. The Bears are moving on to the next round. Let's take a look. End of the game. Saints versus Eagles. Definitely wouldn't have thought it would have been the Eagles here, but here they are. And here they are, leading by 10. We get 3, but that's not a whole lot. We get back to 10 all. I will take a tied game. 17-10 now. Oh, man, we cannot keep up with touchdowns. So anytime they score a touchdown, I'm sad. Offense had a chance. Defense gave them all the keys to succeed. And I could not come into the game. Did we lose or win? I was trying to come into the game and watch it. And I am like a glitch master, basically. Almost broke the game there. Jamie Newman. Wentz is still the quarterback here, which is not realistic. He's actually a low overall on top of that. So we might actually release him for the Eagles. Might start doing that for some different players, different teams. They went with Jamar Chase. At least they finally went with a wide receiver. As far as defensively, Cameron Jordan with 3.5, Davenport with 1.5, Browning with 1, Conley and Onyemata with a total of 1. No picks. Kicking was perfect. Not that it was, much asked of. And we do win. So, I mean, it would make literally no sense for us to win the Super Bowl on this season. But, I mean, who am I to stop destiny? It's not going to happen. But who am I to stop it? The Niners are back. They passed on quarterback. I thought they did take quarterback. Jamie Newman is about to be like a 79 overall, which is pretty nice. 79 overall should be superstar development when the season's, at the Super Bowl. Awareness way high now. Really, really solid ratings already. 12-4, San Francisco 49ers, 86 overall. Niners seem to be healthy, and they seem to be back. Going to the end of the game. 7-0. Good start. Second drive, maybe the third drive. I don't know. 14-0. 14-7. 14 all. 21-14. It's looking okay. I actually feel pretty confident about this game right now. Really confident now with that huge passing touchdown. And the Saints are headed to the championship game. I did not, for any chance, think that was going to happen. 4 touchdowns, 382 yards, 144.4 passer rating. Absolutely nut stuff. Kamara got his as well. Receiving, it was Thomas and Traquan. Taking a look at the defensive stats now. Sack totals, nothing really to report for the most part. Interesting. I know the Niners aren't like the greatest sim team anymore, but 12-4, 86 overall, I felt like they had a really good chance. Championship game against the Bears. Okay, that is rare, and we get our chance to actually see this now, as before we kind of just accidentally simmed. My bad. But interesting, the Bears, of course, in this one, they get to host it, which just obviously isn't true in real life. But, okay, we get a shot. And, of course, it's the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So, win or lose this, the AFC has welcomed another Super Bowl. Nice. 7-3 now, 14-3. I mean, their defense is solid, but apparently not that solid. 21-3 at halftime. Really good numbers so far. 24-3, 31-3. This is nuts. I mean, I thought there was a chance that maybe we could have done something decent. I didn't think we were actually going to, make a Super Bowl here. I'll show you guys we didn't cheat any, force wins or anything in the playoffs. I mean, we added new players, but we didn't really add any, we didn't make the team better in the sense of, trying to keep that window open. We lost Breeze. We lost so many different players. And yet, here we are in the Super Bowl. Nice. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Jamie Newman, to be fair, has been an insane addition, better than Breeze was for us. And obviously he's a huge factor of the reason why we're here. Cameron Jordan, I think, almost tied his season sacks with this one playoff performance. Gotta love the inconsistencies from EA. Jalen Johnson with a pick. CJ Gardner-Johnson with a pick himself. What a score. To the Chiefs. We could actually win here. Which if we do, we'll try to get that 2 out of 3. See what we can do. And once again, well, let's just go to the Super Bowl first. Wrong thing, you idiot. To the Super Bowl. We don't actually sim it. 10-6. Okay, they're not like, unstoppable. Let's take a look. Conference, no force win, no restart. Saints, no force win, no restart. And then that one, the wild card, no force win, no restart. So here we are, just about to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's take a look at what their team looks like. So Newman, or our team, Newman got a ton of XP, and of course, superstar development trait. Terry, no dev up, which is harsh. I thought maybe you would have done enough. Defensively, it doesn't appear to be a single player that went up in dev, which is really surprised. I thought Bond or Browning would have, but they didn't. Either way, I'm still... Onyemata should have went up, if anything. That actually, you know what? I don't like... I haven't really forced any devs recently. I think we're going to dev up Onyemata. He's 25, or 28. He's only an 83 overall. It's not that big of a deal, but his longevity could, exist. We could overpay him to stay on the team. He totally deserves it. I mean, that's a dev up for sure. As far as overall upgrades, we obviously have to do them. Jamie Newman. Let's see what we can get him to. So through 9 upgrades, he got a decent bit of upgrading for sure, especially with awareness. Now a 93 throw power, 87 deep, 92 medium, 87 short accuracy quarterback. Definitely could get that throw on the run, play action up, but as for what you need, that is perfectly fine. Let's go against the Chiefs. Young versus young. Quarterbacks, at least. It's been a while since we've had a realistic, well, quote-unquote realistic rebuild. Have that, what is it called? Dynasty chance. So let's see what we can do. 7-0, not a great start. 14-0, not a great start at all. Come on, defense. 17-0, it's still really early. Got plenty of time. Got to put up some points soon, though. There, 3. Nice, okay. Okay, fair enough. I mean, there's a chance. You just got to... There you go, Kamara. If I call him Kamara, he'll carry the team for the win. He'll carry the team for the win, I promise. Okay, they've not... No chance at all. Okay, down by 7. Defense looks to be doing stuff. I mean, I think the team could do it, but I am going to take that opportunity out of their hands a little bit. Of course, we have Terry, we have Thomas, we have Pitts. It is 100% on all Madden. It is also on Next Gen, and oh my. If all of those things weren't clear as day after that pass attempt, we have no trust, and we must end our friendship now. Simply put. Like, there's just no other way around it. That is lockdown coverage, terrible throw, nobody getting open, it's just great for them, not us. 50% throwing from Newen. 4th and 1, I think you debate just running it, and they do think that's a good idea. We'll come out with this. Of course they think it's a run. Why would they even think it's a run? Cancel the play action. False start from the right tackle, 100% by the way. Maybe you have Thomas, but you take Pitts, and he's going to stay in bounds. That sucks. I think you take Terry to the end zone. You drag Smith, and then even though Kamara is a great receiving threat, you get that block. I think you take Thomas here. It's a pretty interesting throw. I can't say a pretty good throw, but he gets it there. This is an insane comeback in a Super Bowl game, and everything's kind of just quiet and chill. I don't know what to think about it. Pitts. And he drops that. I went with the rack catch just because I felt like dropping it there on first down isn't the worst thing in the world. And more importantly, we got to get as many yards as we can if we're going to waste our final timeout. Pitts of the block. Can't even trust him on a catch anyways. This could be a Terry look. And that's rough. Good job. I should have taken Kamara. The guy on the inside came back over to Terry last second. I just did not expect it. Like, at all. Kamara on the slant, Terry on the slant, right down the middle of the Pitts. And that's what we taken. And he drops it. Pitts, are you trash or what? Imagine having these opportunities in the Super Bowl and you blow them all. Like, this is just terrible. Thomas, Kamara, Pitts. Who else? Who else? Thomas! That's insane! Talk about opportunities. And once again, even though I think in real life I would have a hard time not going for 2, I think you just don't want to be the coach to lose on a 2-point conversion fail in the Super Bowl, you know? Like, that's just something you can't. Like, oh, is that our team? Damn, dude. 50. Penalty against the defense. Okay, I thought it was our ball. Defense did it. Wow, I am shocked. I could see them stopping us, but not the other way around. And how in the world does this team come back to win it all? People are like, because you helped. And that may be true, okay? But we stopped the Chiefs from winning 2 Super Bowls in, what, 3? No, it would have been 3 straight because we gave them a forced win last season because it would have been either Washington or the Chiefs. It would have been 3 straight Super Bowls. If you hate us for beating that, suck it. Unless you really like Mahomes and you want him to like become the greatest of all time, then I guess fair enough. But still, if you don't like the same winners all the time, there you go. You know? Regardless, we do win, and it's technically the first season. This is... I wouldn't say this is, you know, we had a question on a stream once, which, hey, we might be streaming tonight, but probably tomorrow instead on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. But we had a question. It was like, what is the most surprising early Super Bowl team you've ever had? This wouldn't be that category, I don't think, in my opinion, but I will say I didn't expect this team to do it at the same time. It wasn't the biggest shocker because this team does start out with a really good team. O-line's sick, Thomas is sick, Kamara's sick. Defensively, you have a great left end, Lattimore's solid. You are missing some pieces, but you know, you have the pieces, you just don't have the overall. So it was a little surprising to actually see us win this year. But regardless, we start that chance, that dream of winning 2 Super Bowls out of 3 years. I know a dynasty's technically, is it 2 in a decade? Or is it 2 out of 5 years? I don't remember, but regardless, my definition of a true elite dynasty is 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. As far as the stats go, Jamie Newman barely outperformed Mahomes. It was a very close game. A little bit of inaccuracy issues. Gunslinger game. Don't mind to see it. Kamara, once again, the hero. Kamara, the guy. Hardman outperformed Hill by quite a bit. Defensively, Saints are not good at pass rushing. We have 1 out of the 4 sacks in the game. 3 for their team. Lattimore with a pick. Probably was the pick that, you know, won us the game in theory. I mean, that's one of those point swing type of situations no matter where you intercept the ball, right? Unless it's like a 3rd or 4th and long and, you know, it ends up being like a long pick anyways. But, yeah, I will obviously take that. A win in year 1, technically. Let's see if we can do it. So as far as re-signings go, once again, Davenport, really not worth the money. You could maybe debate tagging him, which I'm not saying we will tag him. We're going to evaluate it. So basically asked for what, like 15 mil a year, about 16.5 mil a year. And he was one. Oh, now that tag can suck me wide. I don't even know what that means. As far as re-signings go, maybe you get Panky as a backup, but everyone else is asking for way more than they're worth. Like, one of the easiest positions to get, like, ever. And he wants a 2-year, $5 million deal. You are literally about to cease to exist in the NFL. What are you doing? I'd ask for a 2-year deal worth 1.6 mil and like half of it guaranteed if I could. Or a third. I don't even care, dude. A third. And I'll do a Juju and just freaking stream on Twitch or something in the meantime. As far as receivers go, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones. Look at some of these Packers going into free agency. As far as what you could do, wide receiver Devontae would be sick. I don't think you have the money for that, though. That is literally the entire cap room we have absolutely gone. Kamara is making a ton of money here. But what can you do? He's kind of locked in. J.J. Watt would be nice, but once again, just not a contract you can really take. Earl Thomas is here. I did give him a 2-year deal. I did not expect him to still be here, though. I'm not going to lie. We'll probably still keep him, though. As far as O-line goes, you can't really afford to get anyone new other than maybe like a left guard spot. Justin Reed being paid too much here. Well, maybe not too much, but too much for our blood. Yannick Ngakoue, 4 years, 60. That's too much. Someone's actually paying Davenport. Interesting. There's a lot of names here that are actually really good, but the prices are so high. So I really don't know. Maybe Nwosu, actually. A 3-year 30. We can maybe do a 3-year 26. Would you be cool with that? He's not really super cool with it, I'm going to be honest. But if he takes it, he takes it. If he doesn't, well, suck it. We get Nick Mullins as a backup, Nwosu as a starting right end, and Fatukasi as a number 2 DT. Not a bad signing there. Nwosu actually accepted the 3-year 36 or 26, which I'm surprised he did. Yeah, 36. That's literally what he wanted. But yeah, there's a decent bit of pass rushes there, and we ended up with a lower end one. But I've seen him do some things, so not the worst play in the world. No 5th, 6th, or 7th round picks. 32 in each of the rounds. We might have to reach a little bit on certain players, but if we can land at least 1, maybe 2 decent guys, cool with me. And one might be right there, Gardner. Probably have to trade up for him, but pick 19, maybe 21 range. Could be worth it. We got some backups. Ito Smith and Kalen Balaj. Not bad. All right, so we had a linebacker, Brent Bush. As you can see, he is gone. I'm trying to think of the best available value. We have that cornerback still. You have this Tim Lippett guy, Gardner, whatever you want to name him. Lots of pass rushers. I just don't know who is the best value. Like Brian Williams could end up playing corner. He's only 5'9", but maybe number 2. Like he's only 5'9", but he is 219. Like he might only be 5'9", but this guy's like 40 pounds less than him somehow. So I don't know. It's an interesting one to say the least. I just don't know, dude. I think we're just gonna keep moving on. Should we just go to the next pick? Gardner, ooh, 74 overall. I mean, this is tough. The safety's gone too. Okay, now that's a sell. That's a straight up sell. We do have this John Bush guy as well, but yeah, that's 100% a sell. But we do have Jalil Murphy. We did sell. We 100% sold. I guess Murphy's the best choice. Jalil Murphy, welcome to the team. 72 overall. He is hidden. Maybe Cameron Jordan moves the DT. How big is he? Cameron Jordan's got to be like 285, right? I'd actually make the argument 288. 287. So he can 100% play DT if that pass rusher is superstar. If not, we might just let him sit. Maybe Nwosu's not as good as we hoped, which isn't a good thing, but very well a realistic prospect. Amani Starks might be worth taking as well. I would also be willing to take maybe even another safety. Well, not another safety because we missed ours, but that safety's pretty good too. So, I mean, we've got options. We trade off Wharton, 64, and then a 4th round next year to move up to 46, which is pick 14 in the 2nd round, which is where we will likely be taking the safety John Bush. Looks really good. Looks like a true safety, so kind of maybe debates, is he worth even taking for us? Because do we really need him when, in reality, it's corner we need? But we're going to go for him, see what we can do. 74 overall, no man coverage as we expect, so just a pure safety with great catching. I think that guy could be a starter for us in the future. We're going to go to the next round, and if the linebacker's there, hopefully he is, which I don't think he will be, we'll trade up for him as well. And he is. Amani Starks, late 3rd. I think that's worth taking. Actually, let me see. What are our linebackers at? Because Zach Bond is obviously not really super developable. We have Ross. We do have to keep Davis, I believe. Actually, we don't have to if we don't want to. Probably keep him for 1 more year. I mean, he's not the biggest need in the world, right? And we don't really have that much to trade with. Could go for another safety. This guy could actually play corner. I do want this center who would probably be going around this round. So, I kind of wish instead we would have taken the linebacker, passed up on the safety, taken the 7th rounder, and then taken the center. But, yeah, I don't know. Amani Starks, he looks really solid. I think we're just going to go until Amani Starks is gone, and then we will take the center. Unless Starks is somehow there like mid-3rd, which he won't be. He'll be gone right here. Damn, that would have been clutch if I would have called. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? He's going to be like 73 overall or something, probably watch. 68 overall, the Cowboys. Okay, I mean, I could see that still being potentially superstar or star, whatever, one of the two. We trade 96 this, 157 next, and Janoris Jenkins for pick 80. And we're also going to be giving them, what's his name? Our safety, Malcolm Jenkins. So we're probably going to be trading up for this kicker as well, but late 7th, probably worth taking now. Jeromepkr, 69 overall, normal. And yeah, I mean, there's like a lesser version of the other guy we got, but still really talented. So yeah, if that Cowboys linebacker, Amani, it was actually good, we may have sold, but still. 6th and a 7th next for the Steelers, 7th this, which we will use to take a kicker who could replace Lutz in the future. Of course, A+ and B+ is really solid. Let's do it. 70 overall, and I mean, that's about as well as you could ask for other than hidden out of a rookie CPU generated class. As far as devs go for hidden, we had one, I believe. It was just one. Yeah, one. Jalil Murray. Let's take a look at the corner we missed. Take a look at that linebacker we missed as well. Was there anyone else? I don't know. Murray, only star, but what about left end? Probably not going to start him this year, but he could start over in Wosu or Cameron Jordan the next year. As far as middle linebackers go, Starks, 68 overall, normal development. I mean, he's still really good, but yeah, I mean, you can't really ask for much. And then there was a linebacker in the first round. Let's take a look at him too. There he is, Bush. Normal development. Okay, I don't mind that much. And then the corner, hidden. It looks pretty damn good too. Jumping to only 83, but obviously it's Sim, so what does it matter? And his development is, okay, stars. I mean, not a great draft in general, but we landed some okay players. Like that tall safety we had, both safeties really do have starting caliber talent. And you know what? Despite the overall, Earl's only 83 speed now, we're going to put John Bush right in the starting lineup. Screw it. We traded Morstead off to the Jaguars for a 5th round pick. I know punters and kickers usually don't get traded, but the rookie we took ended up being superstars, so we're going to trade him off, and they needed a punter. All right, negotiations. Gardner Johnson, okay. So McCoy, he's a lineman. Those are positions you just can't replace very easily. So 7-year deal for him until he's 32. Onyemata, a 2-year deal for the superstar. Totally worth it. He played really well last season. Okay, we'll give him that if we can. And then Gardner Johnson. What overall is he now? 88 overall, 10 mil per. What's his man in zone? So he could actually play corner if we really needed him to. So just for that versatility, we will keep him for 5 years as well. So we just got to offer again on Mr. Onyemata, and there we go. All right, headed to the playoffs. Are we in them? We are. Oh, geez, we lost anyways. We still took the division, but we had the playoff berth at week 16. Kind of a choke job from the team. Lost 3 of the last 4. Could have probably had the bye week at 13-3. Regardless, playing the Giants, it's already a bye week. Jimmy Newton, touchdowns are down. Yards are fine. Picks are Kamara was pretty good. To be fair, a lot of touchdowns on rushing, so what can you really ask for? Michael Thomas, good stuff. Pitt's pretty solid. Terry, touchdowns down to 2. Yikes. Blocking, best line in the league. Give up a decent bit of sacks, but I guess that's not terrible. As far as sack totals, yikes. Cameron Jordan needs to go or something. I don't even know, dude. Will Lutz, 18 for 18. I guess that kicker we drafted probably going to go to waste. Just going to be honest. It's probably going to go to waste because Lutz is just crushing it. As far as MVP goes, no. Kamara at number 3 for Player of the Year. Newman at number 9. Number 4 for Browning on Defensive Player of the Year. Rookie of the Year, no. Defensive Rookie of the Year, no. Quarterback all the way down to, it's 9. So we had a 10-6 season, and before those, major losses near the end, we were doing really well. But, yeah, those awards kind of lacking. I don't know. I don't feel super confident now. Well, here we are going against the Giants. We should at least guarantee a win here. If not, then that's going to be a bit of a yikes going into the next season. Can't lie. Winston. Jameis Winston to the Giants. I feel like Jameis Winston should be a Chicago Bear, no? Like, the Bears went with Nick Foles, so why not Winston, I don't know what to tell you. 21-6, though, at halftime. 21-9. 21-6. Hey, Saints. Hey, you start scoring, damn it. Jesus, how do we let them come back? Thankfully, we held on, but 28-27, we scored 7 in the second half. They scored, well, everything else, basically. 2 picks from Newman, which, we didn't really see too much of it in his rookie year. Lots of almost near flawless, if not flawless, games in his first year. Here, though, obviously, Bit of a rough one, but did enough to win. That's all that matters. To be fair, we probably do need more receivers. I know Pitts is solid, and Thomas is solid, and Kamara is solid. Nah, he's got enough talent. He's got to stop being a whinger. I mean, maybe a number 2, maybe a number 3 wide receiver, but we have enough talent. A great tight end, a really good wide receiver, a solid running back, one of the best, if not the best receiving back in the league outside of, maybe Christian McCaffrey. You can't really ask for too much more. A great line. I mean, he does have a lot working for him. And now we're going against the Panthers, 89 to their 85. I mean, I'm not saying that these are insta wins. This is a divisional rival. Those games get wild, but I'm just saying that this could be a back-to-backer. Maybe 3 in a row. I don't know. Browns winning against the Chiefs. It's probably worse for us, honestly. Right, 3-0. I mean, we got to get to an early lead because we choked it last game. 17-7. Okay, I like it. Defense giving up a touchdown drive there, though. Panthers clutch it, and they have all the momentum. However, we're up by 10. It's a close game. 3-point deficit, 10-point deficit, 3-point deficit. We're down by 4 now. Uh-oh, this is bad. If they score a touchdown, we lose, simply put. And we lose. Oh, no, we don't. There's a shot. Oh, my God, with this team. We had to save them last time. We gonna do it again. Thomas on the outside could be our look. Uh-oh. Pitts holds on. Okay, the drive and the season is alive. Thomas, Kamara, Terry, Pitts could be the look. That's tough, Kamara. And you just can't turn around in this game. Damn. You definitely can't turn around in next gen. Like, there's just no agility at all. We sold there. The team wasn't going to get there on their own. We got them to, and well, we didn't get them to. We won the Super Bowl for this Saints team this year. Unfortunately, we could not do it. We kind of choked there. But oh well, what can you do? I mean, they locked us up, which is hilarious because Carolina really doesn't have the corners to do it unless they sign someone. Jamie Newman, yikes. Of course, we were the one to throw the pick. But did have a lot of rushing touchdowns, so that kind of makes up for it. Receiving, yeah, we'll probably focus on wide receiver next. Pick totals 1. I mean, Dante Jackson. Who they got? They got Chin and Dante, and then is that it? Like, they got Joyner. He's probably like a 12 overall at this point. It's actually probably a downfall to have him. But regardless, the rivals. Oh, Will Lutz, you sluts. I don't know, dude. I don't know how much that would have changed the game, but probably got more aggressive down the line because of those 3 points missed than we needed to be. I'm not sure, but this excuse, right? It's got to be a valid excuse. Of course, they don't even make it close to the Super Bowl. Washington again, though. Really? And Washington apparently wins. I don't know how. I don't know how they're doing it, but here they are. As far as DevOps go, none on offense yet again. Defensively, Bond gets the superstar, but does that even matter? I mean, it's their star anyways. He's 26 now. It probably doesn't matter. As far as other DevOps, Nwosu to superstar. I don't understand how, but this man has the easiest goals to get to superstar I've ever seen in my life. Like, he's just so easy to get devved up. Of course, Ross will be the starter at middle linebacker. So ultimately, things worked out. They worked out. We have one more year at minimum. We might do a fourth. We'll see. Whenever we get a year 1 Super Bowl win, there's not really much you can do after that. So I try to keep it to 3, but I guess we'll see. We re-signed all the guys we want, so let's go to free agency, which we might have a little bit of money, right? We kind of turned the cap around a little bit. I think we should have something, a little bit. 30 mil. I don't know who we have to re-sign. Probably not anyone yet. Maybe Cameron Jordan, but honestly, he's really not been worth it at all. Cameron Jordan, yeah, he is one of them. You could get rid of Pete. So if there's a good lineman here and we sign him, we could trade Pete off. I know it's only a 4 mil savings, but it might be worth it, I think, right? I mean, it seems like it would be worth it. You get a better player there for sure. Devontae back in here. I don't understand how that's possible, though, because it's a 5-year deal. Did no one offer him a 5-year? Can you do a 1-year? Let me see. Let me do like a 1-year deal worth almost fully. Well, let's see. Let's try a 25. Okay, so you can do. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I never do that, but that is a possibility. So we do end up getting Davante Adams on a 1-year, $25 million deal. So Michael Thomas and Davante Adams on the same receiving core. Absolutely insane. Miles Brown as a backup. Christian, the tackle, as a backup, and then McGovern as a backup. Yeah, we're going for lineman backups too. I will say money's looking a little tight, but I think there's somebody we can get. Who can we get rid of? There was somebody, I thought. I mean, in theory, we could get rid of Cameron Jordan, 34 years old. Might be able to get like a second rounder off. I think we are going to get rid of him. Screw it. We're going to get rid of Cameron Jordan. Do we? Because we might go for a 4th year. So we might as well, just in case we do. I don't think we will, but we might. And we already do have a star development pass rusher. I mean, if Cameron Jordan was still playing great, I would keep him, but he's really not been playing that great. Late second, that guy might be worth it. Okay, so I mean, this is potentially the final draft. Might not be, so we'll still draft as normal as well. We also add a star development trait wide receiver. He is 26, but still, we get Carl Granderson back, and we have 5th-year options. Cesar Ruiz. Yes, we want to extend him. No to a long-term deal at this moment. Well, a 5th-year option, because we are going to probably give him a long-term deal if we can afford it. I forgot Ruiz. Was Ruiz like 32? He must have been. Or very close to. All right, so we have an option between a late second, early second. We're going to take the center. Looks really good. Could be a replacement for our left guard. And he will not be. He is terrible. Sweet. Let's go to maybe like pick 12. And if the corner's still there, we'll take him. We could really use a corner, so hopefully he is there. I can't believe that center, man. Looks so solid, and he's just not. We're going to stay with Seattle because Green Bay probably could use another corner. We'll see if this comes back to bite us or not, but Cameron Jordan and a 5th round next year to the Seahawks for pick 41, which will most likely be this corner, who will be normal development trait, and I'll cry. Stefan or Stefan or... Please just be good. 73 overall, normal development. That's Madden for you. We trade 58 and Crocker with Reed for pick 47. Crocker, of course, was a very high potential player. Just we can't start him. As far as what we want now, we do have a couple of options. Most likely going to go with a linebacker because Zach Bond, it just took him so long to dev that he's just not worth working on anymore. So let's take a look at what we have. So we have a pass rusher who has a really good combine grade. Another guy who's pretty strong, could play DT potentially. A position we definitely need to look at in the future. Carl Donaghy, decent power move, blocking. We haven't really drafted much linemen, so we might take him and the center. But honestly, unless you're going to go completely on a combine grade, it's clear-cut Zeke Rich. Please be hidden. And he is 70 overall development, hidden development traits. 70, did I say 70 overall development, hidden development? 70 overall, just overall. Let's go to our next pick. We don't have much left, so we could use that to get something for next year, unless the player or the price is right. Joey Douglas, 23. If he was 22, I probably would just pull the trigger and hope. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that here. Catching. You sure he's not a wide receiver? Early 5th. Let's take Greg Means for the future. Could be a beast. 70 overall, and as far as a user league goes, really solid talent, but it's not a user league, so no one cares. For the next pick, best available once again, could be the center. Hell, if the center's even there. And he's not. Sweet. We're going to take a safety with high combine grade, 6'4". Looking pretty good, actually. Take another safety. The combine grades are always tricking me. He had good man coverage rating. He had a, was it a B- man coverage, and it was a 65 man? Or is it a 68? I don't even know, but nice, dude. Totally worth it. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, not a great draft. I don't really remember who we could have had instead, though. So let's take a look at the middle linebacker, hidden. I mean, even if he's like, unless he's an X factor, the draft was still really bad. This guy could be superstar. It really doesn't matter. His development is, and it's not even superstar, so it really doesn't matter. That just wasn't a great class. Look at this guy, 80 overall to the Raiders. Nuts. All right, Zach Bond needed a contract. He's 26 years old, so we got rid of him to the Rams for a 3rd round draft pick. All right, here we go. This is potentially the final season. Kind of depends. We did want to try to get a dynasty going since we won the Super Bowl the first year in this one technically, but we'll see. Of course, the team does look pretty damn good because you got Devontae Adams. The offense looks just as good, technically better than ever before. Looking at the defensive side, though, we did take a loss. You know, our left end's gone, middle linebacker's lesser of a talent, And that's pretty much it, honestly. The team is still really solid. The ranking's only like an 81 defense, but a 95-0. So I suppose let's see what we can do. I mean, this offense should literally put up like 50 a game, honestly. All right, we left it a little long for re-signings, but we have Mr. Will Lutz, who probably deserves a contract the most. Ruiz obviously is the top dog, though. Let's go with a 6-year deal worth 75 mil. Happy to re-sign. Apparently, we have money. If we can get Devontae on another 1 year, I'd be totally fine with it. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think he's going to sign this. Okay, maybe we can go a little higher on the guarantee, but we did leave it late. Like I said, it's like week 17, so might not actually have a chance. But we'll try. Regardless, let's get Will Lutz back on a 2-year deal at least. He was actually really good last season. Here we are headed to the playoffs, and we are in them. Okay, I mean, I knew we were going to be in them, but we're in them with a bye week. About damn time. Even 12-4 seems low. Probably not good enough for X Factor for Newman. Kamara absolutely killed it once again. Pitts, pretty solid stuff. Devontae, though, it's good. Yeah, Devontae's good. Michael Thomas, not so great. Terry, meh, failed another breakout this season as well. Looking at the defensive side of things, Ross and Browning both at 100+ tackles. Picks, not terrible. Murray did way better than Cameron Jordan. And, of course, Uchenna Nwosu. And Nwosu had an 8-sack season. And Onyemata, not bad either. Browning should go to superstar. Will Lutz, once again, really good season. Kick return and punt return, pretty average stuff. You usually don't see too many returns for touchdowns in the league. I mean, just in general. Jamie Newman, the number 2 player on the MVP list. Of course, number 1 and 2 for Offensive Player of the Year on the NFC side. Newman and Kamara, of course. Anyone else? No. Defensively, no. Rookies, I can't remember. Or I put him in the slot corner position. He must have had a really good year. Newman, best quarterback. Kamara, best running back. Best wide receiver, Devontae at 5. O-line at 2, 3, 6. D-line, no. Really? Had to check again. Really? I guess not. As far as linebackers go, Browning at 8. DBs, number 8. Kicking, number 4. Nice little bye week as well. So let's see this. We got this breakout as well. Coach, I'm finally see. Hey, the free safety gets star development and 5K XP. We'll take that as well. We'll take it all. Washington football team, 9-7. We've seen them make the playoffs, or deep into playoffs, the Super Bowl actually, several times. Can they do it again? Hopefully not, because obviously they'll have to beat us to do so. They're an 87 overall. We're surprisingly still only a 91. What's that, a 91? I don't know, but our defense is really low. Going to the end of the game. Almost a scoreless first quarter. Hey, maybe not so much. 10-0. I want to see 50. We're a little behind on that 50 points per game, so we'll just catch up in the second half, obviously. Once again, I don't understand how you stop this offense. It's just Kamara, Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams, Newman, Pitts, the best O-line in football. I mean, this shouldn't even be a close game. And they actually take it to overtime. Is EA for real? This team shouldn't even come close. And yet they almost beat us. Oh my, look at the numbers. This guy was a rookie, dude. Rookies are always so glitched in Madden. They ran the ball pretty poorly too. I don't know what to tell you, but all that matters is that we won. Of course, our old player goes off against us. Makes sense. Sack totals, we kind of were a part of it, or the rookie. Nice stuff. What a joke, dude. I don't care. Any given Sunday, it doesn't matter what Sunday it is. This offense isn't being stopped. And just like that, already in the conference championship game, obviously, because, we had the bye week, 91 to their 85. I mean, they're low overall, too. Maybe their offense can do well, but their defense would not stop us. Simply wouldn't. Like, who are their DBs at this point? So Byron Murphy's decent, 92 overall. I mean, our corners aren't super great outside of that. I guess to be fair, their DBs are actually pretty damn sick. They got Simmons just wasting away. Oh, my. But yeah, we should easily run the ball all over them. Let's see if that's the case. They do have a pretty decent team despite their overall. Our D-line should crush them as well. I'm not saying we have the greatest D-line ever, but we definitely have a way better D-line than they do offensive line. So far, 10-0. Gotta love that. 7-10. Okay, fair enough. 10 all. Halftime will be a score of 13-10. They score quickly, though. Come on, offense. Defense is doing as much as it can for you. 20-24 is a close game. I don't like. You go for a field goal with 6 minutes left? I guess they know better than me. They got to go for this, right? You know what? We're going for the whole damn dynasty, whatever. There's literally no one on Thomas. If I can't get this out here, that is, like, really sad. And we easily do. We probably didn't need to help. They got 9 yards on 3rd and 10. 1 yard is literally nothing, but I ain't risking it. I ain't risking it. We got ourselves at a chance at a 2 out of 3 Super Bowl run. And what's happening here? Okay, we hit the field goal, but we give them a minute, a pick, and we win the game. I don't know who picked that off, but with a minute and 3 timeouts I think the Cardinals had, that is crazy. Crazy stuff. Of course, Newman, and we did have a lot of rushing touchdowns, but got to do better than that. That's just not good at all. As far as defensively goes, sack totals, and Nwosu, a hero of this team. Lattimore on their side was Sutton. Will Lutz, please, dude, stop selling. You're making millions. You don't need to sell anything. But here we are, headed to the bowl of soup, going against the Jaguars. Let's take a look if we have any dev-ups. Newman might have been an X-Factor. He is. Newman goes to X-Factor. Pitts goes to X-Factor. How good was his season? I don't feel like it was that good. Was it? It was like 900 yards, 9 touchdowns? Is that... I don't know. Let's take a look, I guess. No, wrong thing. I wanted to see his stats. This was to be the quick way, but it clearly is not. Let's take a look. Stats and contracts. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was pretty good. Almost 1,000 yards, almost 10 touchdowns. Yeah, I guess. We got Browning and Ross to Superstar in one season. That's really good because obviously Rich is just, he's a rookie. No one else got a dev up. Obviously Bush kind of got one, but that was before this week. So really solid team. We are an 85D at 99-0. Win or lose, I think. Nah, I don't know. Maybe we'll be done if we win, but I don't know. If we lose, we might go again. Going to the end of the game, 7-0, Jacksonville. We get, oh my God, Lutz, I hate you so much. Will Lutz makes me want to cry. He really does. There's just nothing about him that makes me happy right now. We're up by 10, up by 7. We'd be up by 8. Only up by 3. We'd be up by 4. Oh, God, this is a close game. We'd be up by 4, but now they have a chance to get a field goal to tie it. They don't want that, though. A field goal would tie it for us now. It's 3rd and 10, 12-yarder. Walk-off touchdown for the win. Oh, did they do it? I think they did it. They win. The Saints have won 2 Super Bowls out of 3 years. The dynasty is complete. The Ultra Super Dynasty is complete. And the rebuild is complete. I am going to put my controller down and sit here and just bask in the happiness that is us winning another Super Bowl. Once again, a little surprised we did win the Super Bowl when we did. That first year, we really weren't super great. Obviously, here, I expected it because, well, I don't know if I expected it because we were kind of selling at times, but I expected it because our roster is, like, the best, even though our defense is lacking a little bit. But, once again, you should score 50 points a game with this team, and holy crap, pretty damn good, right? Maybe our best player of the game in a Super Bowl for a rebuild this year, at least. Maybe even multiple years. I don't even know, but that is wildin'. Absolutely wildin'. And we've done it. We have done it. The Saints have done it. I know, right? Super hard team to win a Super Bowl with. Even 2 Super Bowls. Whoosh. How did he pull it off? Who knows? Of course, obviously a success. Devontae's not up there, I don't think. It was Michael Thomas instead. Lawrence was pretty good too, but just not as good as Jamie Newman. 2, top-tier picks. Obviously, Newman was a little bit later here, but he could have went way higher in real life. Or could, I don't know, dude. Words. Kamara better than Jones. D.D. Westbrook, 172 yards. He's still in Jacksonville. Interesting. Chark as well in Jacksonville. Orlando Brown, nice signing there. Picks, Gary and Connolly with that pick. They had a chance to maybe have a 1-minute drive for an ultra miracle. Gary and Connolly said no. No chance. Of course, that is going to be the New Orleans Saints rebuild. I think we have a Browns rebuild that we could do next week. I mean, whether the Browns win or not today, we'll probably do that for next week, as I think that may be the final team that we have not done a realistic rebuild for. Let me know in the comment section below if there's a team that I'm completely forgetting about, because at the top of my head, I don't think there is one, but maybe there is. Like I said, if you like the video, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays, and twitch.tv/JeromePkr for streams. Could be a stream later tonight, but 100% a stream tomorrow. Anywhere from 9 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time is when we'll start. Anyways, I'll be back with more videos later tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Saturday's football games. Hopefully you're enjoying and will enjoy the rest of today's games. And hopefully you take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!